Okay, as you can see here, I've removed the one lower control arm bolt. That's where it mounts. That's the back of the control arm. Same thing on both sides. Where it mounts, where the control arm is. And I did it this way so I can safely unload the coil spring. You can see how it's relaxed and barely putting any pressure on that control arm at all. Same thing on both sides. And one thing I also had to do was I unbolted the top of the shock mounts. You can see right there and right up there. Unbolted both of the upper shock mounts so I can let the rear end drop down. And so now basically all I have to do is remove the springs, unbolt that front control arm bolt on both sides, and go ahead and clean that area and put those lower control arm reinforcement plates in. Alright, so we will pick this up in a few. Real quick, I will go over the wrenches that I've used so far doing the lower control arm. Okay, what I have here is an 11/16 and the 18. Once again, both of those should kind of look and sound familiar. I believe those are the same size we used for the upper control arms. And of course, once again, got the pry bar. Okay, and your hammer. And of course, your screwdriver, just to help get things positioned to slide the bolts out. My right side bolt was a real pain in the butt. I had to actually unscrew the bolt almost all the way out. So while you are pulling those bolts, make sure you support that control arm. Do not just let that spring push that control arm out of the way as soon as you get that bolt free, because that's going to not end up very well for you. May damage some property and probably going to get hurt. So make sure you keep that supported. That's why you see I have the floor jack right there underneath where the control arm was, so I could go ahead and release that control arm and relax it slowly and gradually so that coil spring didn't just come jumping out of there. Alright, so we will pick this up here in a few.